And here in Zionsville, one local spot is doing it the old school Italian way. Welcome to Convivio. Today, I am at Convivio restaurant in downtown Zionsville with the co-owner and founder, Andrea Melani. Andrea, thank you for taking time to talk with us. I need to tell you, this is one of my favorite restaurants. I was here for dinner last weekend, so wanted to just start by understanding what was your inspiration to bring Convivio to Zionsville?
Well, Convivio started in Carmel, and then we had an opportunity here to take over the previous restaurant. And Zionsville has always been kind of an appealing community, number one, because there are only a few villages like Zionsville. So to position Convivio here, I think it was the perfect match. Because we provide that artisan Italian cuisine type of style, so I felt like it was perfect.
How do you balance a traditional menu, so those favorites are always on the menu, but also having things that are fresh and new when people come in?
Well, it's a very interesting question. I think it also, to add to that, is the ethnic element, bringing a cuisine that is from another country. It's not always easy. You kind of want to make sure that what you bring, it actually gets accepted by the community or of the clientele that you have. We do have a philosophy behind everything we do, and we try to stick with that. Ultimately, we want to stay true to, in our particular case, we focus on fresh pasta. So everything is oriented on the fresh pasta, and so all the pasta dishes. And we're trying to balance it between some original stuff that gets created by our own chefs, something that can be identified with the authenticity of the cuisine that we do, and also trying to compromise a little bit with some of the taste of the people that we're trying to cater for. My mom and dad own restaurants in Italy, so it was one of those things that I grew up with. I learned the trade through my mom and dad. My mom was the chef, my dad was kind of the maitre d' and running the entire operation. And when I came over here, it was the easiest thing for me to do. And then I started my own career. It took me to a point where I wanted to build my own restaurant, and that's what we are here today.
And I think today you are going to treat us to a little bit of education about making pizzas. Yes. Before we begin, are there any secrets that you can share about the dough or things that make it a little bit different as we go?
Well, pizza is an interesting item. I think everybody loves pizza. That's probably, if one has to say something about food in general, I think that's the most iconic item. Pizza obviously originated in Italy in 1800. Come back to one of these things interesting that there's so many different kinds of pizza. And so it might be one of those things that might divide people, but yet at the end of the day, so it unites people because it's such a great comfort feeling. In terms of secrets, in Italy, there are some varietal. There's the traditional style, Italian traditional style, but then the hardcore people of Napoli, they have the Neapolitan style pizza. Mm-hmm. They're very, very protective of it, and to the point where they seal it with Neapolitan true pizza is done with specific ingredients, specific flour. It's unique in that sense. We tend to do more of a traditional Italian pizza. We have a commissary that makes our dough. We started making it in-house, but then it became a little too difficult, primarily because we also focus on pasta, but we have the commissary making our own recipe. Okay. We use some Lozano tomatoes, fresh mozzarella. It's traditional Italian pizza. We stretch it, we make it thin, and we use a Italian-style pizza oven as well. So that's it.
I love the heritage in that. You truly are an Italian chef. I can't wait to see your oven and your kitchen in action.
Thank you.
So first thing we'll do is we'll grab our dough over here. This is 00 flour. Okay. So it's similar to all-purpose flour, but it's just milled a lot finer. Cover that all over. We have like a commissary that makes our recipes for this dough, and they're all weighed out to 10 ounces. Flour up our board here. This is the first one, so I'll go a little heavy just because you don't want anything sticking. And what we'll do here is we'll just kind of press down on it You want to degas the dough, any gas that might be in there from the proofing process. And then what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll kind of make my crust. So just kind of press on the outsides here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this out and then turn it. So this ridge kind of gives my fingers something to grab onto. And then this is probably the hardest part that it was for me whenever I first started learning pizzas. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands and you're going to kind of make a fist. And you're going to work the outside of this dough. And I'm just going to kind of let gravity do a lot of the stretching. And basically what I'm going for here is just to get the size that we're looking for. It's all based on feel. Tomato sauce, dump all this on there. Get all that. We're just going to go through and just kind of spread it all around.
That's really pretty.
You want to leave, you know, about like the ridge that we made. This is our Parmesan. So I'm just going to sprinkle this around. And then this is just fresh mozzarella.
And I think you use something called a pizza peel.
Yeah, so these are our pizza peels. I'll take some flour and I'll just kind of flour the peel a little bit. Whenever you lift this up, see? But then we can just take it. The nice thing too is you can fix it while it's on the peel. Just have it like that. Same size as the peel. And this is the other tough part. Whenever you put that in the oven, got to shake it off there. Pick this up, slide it right down there on our plate, and then we'll finish it off with some more of that grated Parmesan. And then here we've got some nice fresh picked basil.
Fantastic.
And then to finish it off, extra virgin olive oil.
Beautiful. It smells amazing. You did a great job.
Thank you.